Prostitution in America operates in the shadows. It is often called the world's oldest profession, yet it remains largely illegal and widely stigmatized. Despite this, it thrives as a multi-billion-dollar industry. This underground economy operates across the nation hidden in plain sight. From bustling cities to quiet suburbs, the sex trade persists, fueled by demand and shrouded in secrecy. Its vastness is a testament to the complex social and economic factors that sustain it. The financial scale of the industry is staggering. Estimating its exact size is challenging due to its clandestine nature. However, various studies and law enforcement agencies suggest it generates billions of dollars annually. This illicit market encompasses a wide range of services and prices. It caters to diverse clientele and operates through various channels, making it difficult to quantify accurately. The economic impact of prostitution is undeniable. Money flows through the industry, impacting individuals, communities, and even the government. While some argue that it provides a source of income for those who might otherwise struggle, others highlight the exploitation and dangers often associated with the trade. The economic implications are multifaceted and intertwined with legal, social, and ethical considerations. Understanding the full scope of prostitution in America requires delving beyond the surface. It demands examining the lives of those involved, the forces that drive the industry, and the ongoing debates surrounding its legal and social status. The billion-dollar question remains: how can we address the complexities of prostitution in a way that respects individual rights while mitigating harm? The recent case of Anurag Bajpai, a Boston tech CEO, provides a glimpse into the world of high-end prostitution. Bajpai, the head of a billion-dollar wastewater treatment company, was implicated in a prostitution sting operation in early 2025. The scandal sent shockwaves through the tech industry and beyond, exposing the hidden lives of some of society's most affluent members. According to reports, Bajpai frequented a sophisticated prostitution ring that exploited Asian women. This ring operated discreetly in affluent areas of Boston, Cambridge, Watertown, and even extended to the suburbs of Washington, D.C. The case highlighted the demand for high-priced sex work among wealthy individuals and the lengths to which these operations go to cater to their clientele. Bajpai allegedly paid hundreds of dollars per hour for services, including what is known as the girlfriend experience. This type of service goes beyond traditional transactional sex and involves companionship, emotional intimacy, and often elaborate arrangements to maintain the illusion of a genuine relationship. The high prices charged reflect the level of discretion, personalization, and the perceived lower risk associated with this form of prostitution. Despite the serious allegations against him, Bajpai's company, Gradient, has stood by him, citing their trust in the legal process. The company's decision to support Bajpai, even in the face of public scrutiny, underscores the complex relationship between wealth, power, and the sex trade. It also raises questions about the effectiveness of current laws in deterring individuals in positions of influence from engaging in exploitative practices. The Bajpai case serves as a stark reminder that prostitution is not confined to the streets. It permeates all levels of society. The legal landscape of prostitution in America is a complex and often contradictory patchwork. In most states, prostitution is illegal. However, the specific laws and their enforcement vary significantly. This inconsistency creates confusion, legal loopholes, and challenges for both sex workers and law enforcement. Nevada stands out as an exception to the national norm. Prostitution is legal in certain counties within the state, but it is heavily regulated. Brothels operate legally under strict guidelines, including mandatory health checks and licensing requirements. This system aims to control the industry and minimize associated harms. However, it also faces criticism for not adequately protecting the rights and safety of sex workers. Outside of Nevada, prostitution is generally considered a criminal offense, often classified as a misdemeanor. However, the severity of the punishment and the enforcement of these laws can vary widely. Factors such as location, local ordinances, and even the discretion of law enforcement can influence how these laws are applied. This inconsistency creates a system where individuals engaging in the same activity may face vastly different consequences. The patchwork nature of prostitution laws in the U.S. fuels debate about the effectiveness of criminalization. Proponents of decriminalization argue that it would allow for better regulation, improve the safety and working conditions of sex workers, and reduce the stigma associated with the industry. Opponents, on the other hand, believe that decriminalization would normalize and legitimize an activity they view as inherently harmful. The internet and digital technology have revolutionized many aspects of modern life, and prostitution is no exception. Online platforms and mobile applications have dramatically altered how sex work operates, creating both opportunities and challenges for those involved in the industry, as well as for law enforcement agencies. Websites and apps now provide platforms for sex workers to advertise their services, connect with clients, and even screen potential customers for safety. This online presence offers a degree of anonymity and control that was previously unavailable. It allows sex workers to bypass traditional intermediaries, such as pimps or brothels, and potentially operate with greater independence and security. However, this technological shift also presents new risks and challenges. Online platforms can facilitate exploitation, particularly of vulnerable individuals who may be trafficked or coerced into sex work. The anonymity of the internet can shield abusers and make it difficult for law enforcement to identify and prosecute those who profit from exploitation. The use of technology in prostitution also raises complex legal and ethical questions. Websites and apps that facilitate sex work operate in a legal gray area. While they may not be directly engaging in prostitution, they provide the means for it to occur. This ambiguity makes it challenging to regulate these platforms effectively and protect those who use them. Section 5, The Dark Side, Human Trafficking and Exploitation. While some individuals may engage in sex work voluntarily, the industry is deeply intertwined with human trafficking and exploitation. Trafficking involves the use of force, fraud, or coercion to exploit individuals for labor or commercial sex acts. It is a global problem that preys on the vulnerable, and the commercial sex industry is a significant driver of this criminal enterprise. Traffickers often target individuals who are marginalized, desperate, or lacking in social support. They may use false promises of employment, education, or a better life to lure victims into their control. Once trapped, victims are often subjected to physical, emotional, and sexual abuse. They may be forced to work long hours, denied basic necessities, and isolated from any support network. The clandestine nature of prostitution makes it difficult to identify and assist victims of trafficking. Many victims fear coming forward due to threats from their traffickers or mistrust of law enforcement. They may also be unaware of their rights or have limited language skills and knowledge of local resources. Addressing human trafficking within the prostitution industry requires a multi-pronged approach. Law enforcement agencies need resources and training to effectively investigate and prosecute trafficking cases. Social services must be available to provide support, counseling, and resources to help survivors rebuild their lives. Public awareness campaigns are crucial to educate communities about the signs of trafficking and encourage reporting. Legalization and regulation of sex work can lead to improved working conditions and better protection for sex workers. By bringing the industry out of the shadows, we can enforce labor laws, ensure fair wages, and provide access to healthcare and social services. However, it's important to create policies that prioritize the rights and safety of sex workers, rather than criminalizing their clients or driving the industry further underground. Despite legalization in some regions, sex workers continue to face numerous barriers. Stigma and discrimination often prevent them from accessing essential services, such as housing, healthcare, and legal support. Additionally, many sex workers are subjected to violence and exploitation, both from clients and law enforcement. It's crucial to address these invisible walls and work towards a more inclusive society that recognizes the rights and dignity of all individuals. Addressing the stigma associated with sex work is a key step in reducing exploitation and violence. Public awareness campaigns, education, and advocacy can help shift societal perceptions and promote understanding. Moreover, empowering sex workers through community organizations and support networks can provide them with the resources and resilience needed to navigate their professions safely and with dignity. While progress has been made in some areas, there is still a long road ahead in the fight for sex workers' rights. Continued advocacy, policy reform, and societal change are essential to ensure that sex workers can live and work without fear of discrimination, violence, or exploitation. By standing in solidarity with sex workers and amplifying their voices, we can move towards a future where all individuals are treated with respect and equality.